Has India got its ABC wrong? I'm being forced to ask that question once again on the show today because of terror that unfolded in a busy market in Chennai. A stray dog goes on a biting spree and in 1 hour attacks and bites 27 people. No one was spared. Not children, not the elderly, not women. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, by the end of it, the stray wasn't spared either. He was beaten to death by locals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not how it should have ended. Yes, there is growing public anger in urban India over strays. They roam in packs, they bark, they attack, they bite unprovoked. Every time a video goes viral, India's ABC or the animal birth control rules are questioned. Question these rules. Question the municipality. Question the courts. Question those who refuse to see dog bites as a serious problem. But killing dogs, beating them to death is simply not okay. It has happened extensively in Kerala and it is now happening in Chennai as well. Locals, though, on their part are saying they had no option. Here are some of them.
Oh my God.
मैं गया था मार्केट सब्जी वब्जी लाने के लिए उसे लेके आ रहा था कुत्ता आके पीछे से काटा.
Now, vets feel that the dog could be infected with rabies as it had shown unprovoked aggression. As of now, the test report is awaited. Now, it's not just Chennai. Neighboring Kerala has got a dog dilemma as well, a surge in bites and deaths. Last year, in fact, they had 1.9 lakh dog bites with 21 rabies-related deaths. There was a furor in the state. The issue reached the Supreme Court. Judges, on their part, rightly so, demanded a humane solution to the human-stray dog conflict in response to Kerala's plans to cull aggressive and rabid dogs. In Ahmedabad, dog bite complaints have hit 7,000 this year. That's around 24 bites daily. From Kashmir to Punjab to Maharashtra to Gujarat, India has a biting problem. Let's accept it. India is home to 36% of all rabies deaths in the world. And therefore the question, what is the government doing? There is a set of revised animal birth control rules. And many people are saying it could probably be only adding to the problem. Here's what these rules are saying. A, the rules say these strays cannot be relocated. They need to be released in their original space after vaccination or being neutered. In fact, onus has been laid on resident welfare associations to feed dogs at regular hours away from the elderly and children. Packs of stray dogs have to be fed in the same place even if a person was mauled or killed there by them. These new rules also prohibit euthanasia of dogs, even rabid ones. Now, we've had these animal birth control rules, just by the way, since 2001, for 22 years. Question is, have they worked? Because if they were working, then probably we would not be in the situation that we are in right now. India's got a whopping 62 million strays, according to the State of Pet Homelessness Index 2021 by Mars Petcare, which is a global pet health and nutrition company. Globally, over 55,000 people fall victim to dog attacks annually. And guess who leads the pack? India, I said, accounts for 36% of global rabies deaths. And how many dog bites do we see in India every year? 1.74 crores yearly. There is a clear problem, and therefore the question, what are we doing? The government is telling us that 307 people die because of rabies every year. At least that is the statistic that we have from 2022. It's an issue that deeply divides the country. The debate is polarizing, but I hope today we can make some sense and look for some solution. Abha Singh, you're a lawyer, you're an activist, you're joining us on the broadcast. You're someone who's in the Supreme Court arguing a case as far as stray dogs are concerned. Rahul Ishwar is an activist joining us from Kerala. Sonali Chopra is an advocate from Delhi, and she's a dog activist as well. Thank you very much. And Meet Ashar is from PETA India. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us here on the broadcast. I just want to start with someone who was on my show earlier as well, and who had made a lot of sense. A lot of people, I came out of the show and everyone said that what Sonali said made a lot of sense. Sonali, I want to ask you, you're a dog lover. And none of us want any culling for stray animals. None of us want dogs, whether they are strays or pets, to be beaten to death. But that is something that has happened in Chennai. And it has happened for a reason. One dog goes on a biting spree, a stray, and within 1 hour bites 27 people. What happens thereafter was tragic. But is it understandable, Sonali?
I don't think the death of any living being for any reason is understandable to me. There are better ways to handle a situation. There was rabies. Let's go now. If we assume, as we're assuming for the conversation right now, that the dog was affected with rabies, because that seems like the only possible answer to why this happened. If that was there, and if that was the case, let's go to the root of the problem. If these ABC rules are there, if there are ways of avoiding a rabid dogs running the streets, where is the implementation of all of them? Is killing every rabid dog the answer? Or waiting till that rabid dog bites 29 human beings the answer? So where are the civic bodies? Where do I have a helpline number if I'm roaming on the street and I see a dog who is possibly attacking unprovoked or acting not in a normal manner? Where do I go as a normal person walking the street? Who's going to come help me? So it is a problem of the system that doesn't exist. That's the problem. It's not the dog, it's not the humans. It's the system.
Would you want to come in here, Abha Singh, as someone who's already in court as far as the matter is concerned? There are 580 rules. In fact, there is a latest version of the ABC, which has existed for 22 years. And yet it seems nothing works on the ground, sometimes because the rules, the ABC rules, simply don't make sense.
You know, Shreya, when the previous speaker was talking off and was saying that why are there rabid dogs, that the ABC rule should be followed. So we can always say when China attacks us that, oh, there are LAC issues, there are border issues, so let's solve them rather than defending ourselves. Let us not first retaliate. So if today people have killed that rabid dog, is because it had bitten 29 people. And let me tell you, this has become a major issue in societies. As you rightly said, this Navi Mumbai society, which I am representing, there are these stray dogs inside the gated community that have bitten old people. They have fractured their leg. The children have been bitten. So you need to find a solution. Now, you say the municipal corporation is supposed to neuter them, control their population, but if it is not being done, then what is the solution? In fact, when I was arguing the matter in Bombay High Court, that time Supreme Court came up with that order saying that all the cases should come to the Supreme Court. How bizarre. And eventually Supreme Court had to say, no, you go back to the state and settle the matter there. Then another order came from Supreme Court saying that in case there are fights between citizens in a society and then the managing committee, the local SHO is supposed to sit on the committee and solve these issues. So you mean to say now police officers should leave their local work of law and order and solve these fights happening in societies because there are dog lovers and there are people who are saying, no, we don't want stray dogs. So I think that the ABC rules are not being followed. If they have been made, they have just been imposed by the ministry without taking the stakeholders into the picture. You have some of the worst situations where the managing committee is fighting the dog lovers. You are having police round the clock. Is this the way it is going to happen? Children are being mauled up. Children in lifts are being bitten by dogs. So I think it has to be, there has to be, and why should courts come into it all the time? Is it a court's job only? What is the municipal commission, commissioners doing? Or what we have as taxpayers would like our rights to be implemented. So I think rabid dogs, in self-defense you can kill. So if a person in their self-defense have killed these rabid dogs, nobody can take them to task.
Meet Ashar, did the citizens in Chennai at all have an option? This is a dog that has gone on a biting spree. It has bitten 27 people. No one, absolutely no one, including me, knows what I should do if there is a rabid dog in my locality going on a biting spree. None of us know that because maybe rules exist, no one seems to know the rules. Maybe a helpline number exists, no one seems to know the helpline number. As a citizen, what are we expected to do? Meet, can you hear me?
Sorry, was that for me?
Yeah,
Hello,
that was for
audible?
you, Meet. If you heard the question, please go ahead and answer it.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, Meet, you're audible. Go ahead. If you heard my question, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So basically, like the earlier panelist was explaining, Sonali, about how it is the municipal corporation's job to ensure that all dogs are sterilized and vaccinated, and a
वो नहीं
state in
करते
India
काम।
has done it, Goa, for example. Sorry?
No, Meet, Goa may have done it, but Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad don't do it. They don't do their jobs. What does a citizen do then? Yes, we know
So
it is the job of the municipality, but
Correct.
the municipality cannot even get Kuda picked up. How will they deal with stray
So
dogs?
we have to,
They don't have the resources,
we
they
have
don't
to
have the
hold them
money.
accountable. If we are paying taxes, that is precisely the job of the municipality. Just because the municipality is not doing their job, dogs or humans cannot be vilified for that. Humans cannot become victims of a problem that we have created. It is the job of the municipality. The way we are vilifying dogs, this is not the solution to the problem. We are talking about so many things. Are we aware
Meet,
that the
how are
Delhi
dogs
High
being
Court has upheld
vilified?
the validity of the Animal Birth Control Rules 2023? So we are saying the courts have not applied their mind.
I want to ask you,
If
how
they have
are
upheld the
animals
validity of the rules,
how are animals being unnecessarily being vilified? How
Of course.
are dogs unnecessarily being vilified?
the kind of discussion that we are having, the kind of rhetoric that is being put into this, instead of holding the municipal corporation accountable, we are making this about dogs versus humans, as if dogs are enjoying going and biting people. They are not. If this dog has bitten 29 people or 26 people, of course, I feel extremely bad for them or their families. But this dog is not doing it out of fun. There is some problem with this dog. And this dog needs help. So while I understand what happened, people ideally should not have taken law into their hand. The municipal corporation should have come to their rescue. The municipal corporation has miserably failed those people and that dog as well. So rather than holding the municipal corporation responsible, asking questions of municipal commissioner and people who have been voted to power who are running the municipality, what discussion we are having here is not going to solve the problem. Why is there no representative of the municipal corporation on this panel to answer questions that you are validly asking, which you ought to do as a news channel? I completely agree with you. But this is not for an animal rights organization to answer.
Unfortunately for us, because unfortunately for us, Meet, municipal organizations and bodies feel it is absolutely okay for them to not answer questions, especially tough questions that are asked of them. So we can keep asking them to come and join us on our panel and answer these questions. They don't do it. It is what it is, and that is what we live with.
We do have a mayor who is elected from a political party. And if the political executive is also not doing their job, It is for us to then also for courts to use their power of contempt, which the Supreme Court has often warned. That if, and the Supreme Court has not only made it mandatory for municipal corporations to sterilize dogs, even for nagar palikas, even for gram panchayats, Supreme Court cannot go on ground and sterilize dogs and implement their order. The division of responsibility of work is divided between each arm of the government. The judiciary is doing its job. The executive has to do its job.
Okay. Rahul Iswar, then as citizens, are we directing our anger every time a story or a video goes viral of a dog bite or a death because of a dog bite? Are we vilifying the wrong being? That there are questions that municipalities need to answer. There's a job that the municipality needs to do. They don't do it. Therefore, this stray versus human conflict. And therefore the discussions and the debate and the discourse that is said.
Shreyaji, from the time of start of your show, around 14 minutes, nearly 55 dog bites would have happened in India. That means while the time we are discussing in the comfort of our home or a studio, 55 people across India, according to various statistics, would have had or would have suffered a dog bite. So this is a serious issue. We cannot take the cover, or we cannot have some kind of a cover saying that, dogs are not responsible, or, it is the sadness of the dog or help of the dog that really needs. Sometimes, culling is a necessary step. We cannot escape it. Let's be realistic about it. It's very easy to tell about all these great things in a studio, but coming to the ground, there are some ground realities we should do. That's the reason why in Kerala, where we suffered some very serious dog biting incidents, people also decided to take this into their hand. And the authorities couldn't stop it. And there are many people who, out of humane touch, took many dogs to the places of safety. And there are other people who took, unfortunately, the law into their hands, which is not a right thing to do. But this menace has to be stopped somehow, because at some point of time, we should give more priority to human life than dog's life. Yes, we believe in Indian culture, which considers, every aspect of our living beings as sacred, as good. That's well, fine and good. But at some point of time, we are much more evolved beings, and we should be giving priority to the young kids who are having deaths because of dog bite. Yes, we can plan it well, we can do well, but many times what really happens is the defense of the dog lovers. There might be some genuine dog lovers in the show who I respect, but there are many people who use it as a defense, even in courts, and make unimplementable policies and unrealistic laws so that nothing can be done on ground. This is again some kind of overt love for dogs or any animals is respected, but we cannot overdo things, and on ground things are very bad, and we have seen that in Chennai, we have seen that in Kerala, we have seen that in many places, and that has to be taken in some manner in a very strong account. Maybe the municipal corporation, maybe judiciary.
What are these
people,
unimplemented policies that, Mr. Ishwar, what are these unimplementable policies that you're talking about? Is this the policy regarding rabid dogs that you're talking about? And are you arguing that rabid dogs should be put down because there is no other option?
To be honest, rabid dogs would have to be put down. There should be some kind of culling of this kind of dogs, though dangerous animals should be removed from street, and that's the realistic thing. And more people, more civil bodies, or more municipal people should be given right to it. And in Kerala's experience, what happened was there are many conflicting orders. There are many orders by the honorable court that really prevents it. So there are some hard steps that need to be taken, because at the end of the day, normal people, young children, they are all affected by this. People cannot even go out for walking or morning exercise for the fear of dogs. And there has been many attacks too. So we have to be realistic. This is not only a technical problem. On the ground, when we meet to it, if hard steps are to be taken, that should be taken. Yes, we are human beings. We can plan things better. If we can
Sonali,
go the absolute legal and nice way, all good and nice.
Sonali, I'll let you respond. I'm out of time.
To be taken, we should be shying them.
Okay. 20 seconds. Sonali, I'll give you 20 seconds to respond. Hard steps need to be taken. You need to look at the picture realistically, because we don't live in a utopian world where everyone does their job.
So that's fine. The hard part is to do the job, not to kill people. Let us do the job, right? I'm a dog feeder. I'm a dog activist. I'm a dog lover. I am inoculating. I am spaying. I am neutering. Let me do my job then. I am willing to do it out of my own pocket. And I know Delhi, 99% dogs are being inoculated and spayed and neutered, why reach a stage where a dog becomes a rabid dog? The moment they are born, you vaccinate, you inoculate, and that's the solution. That's the hard job. So if the municipality doesn't do it, let us do it. We will do it. There are many who will do it.
No, but there aren't enough good people like you in this world. Meet, any last comment to what Ishwar is saying?
May we have more people like you?
Rabid dogs, as far as rabid dogs are concerned, they have to be kept in a separate isolation ward. They are not being kept with humans. Humans are not being exposed to them. A person who reports a rabid dog, the municipal corporation simply needs to keep this dog under observation, and this dog is going to die a natural death. If you euthanize this dog, you will not come to know if this dog is rabid or not, because the brain testing has to be done. There is a scientific reason why the euthanasia is not being done of rabid dogs. The rules are clearly explaining that. And it is not also exposing humans to any threat, because these dogs will not be kept in the society. It's not that the rabid dog will be kept where he is. He or she will be taken away from that location, even if it's a suspected case of rabies.
But in this case in Chennai, that's not what happened.
Yes.
And so your argument is that it's the municipality and your elected representatives that fail citizens.
Job, we need to reach out to an NGO. There are so many organizations. PETA has ourselves picked up so many dogs which have been suspected cases of rabies, and we have handed them over to the municipal corporation. So there are NGOs. People need to contact the NGOs.
I'm fairly
or
certain this is not where the discussion is ending. I'm sure this is not the end of this debate, because there will be another such incident and we'll be back in the studio discussing the matter. I only wish that municipalities across this country, especially in cities, decided to do their jobs and save us from debating this issue almost every month. We'll leave it there for the moment. Abha Singh, thank you very much. Rahul Ishwar, thank you very much. Sonali Chopra, good to have you. And Meet Ashar, thank you for joining us as well. With that, I'm slipping into a very quick break on the show. There's more on the other side. Do stay with us.